This is something I can do, right? As a 20-year-old starting off.
You
Rent.
can. There's like every mom and pop guy opening a co-working space.
What are the financials of it? Say I've managed to raise or borrow 10 crore rupees.
Yeah.
I rent a building on Church Street, which is 10,000 square feet. I spend, what did you say, 3,000 per square feet?
Yeah.
So I spend 3 crores on the interiors.
Yeah.
And then I can fit in a chair for every 100, 150 square feet?
No, it'll be less. So I think the like a big way we bring value or we add value is actually through the design of the spaces where we're able to have density and make you feel like you have, all of the space. So you're basically paying for, let's say, a 2-person office, but you get access to like a 6-story building, right? Which has meeting rooms. So it's very much a shared economy-ish concept where density plays a huge part. So we are able to almost bring it down to, let's say, 65, square foot per person.
And you have the
right?
hot seat thing. So I don't have a definitive seat, but I can
That's
sit.
a very, very small percentage. It's only about 3% of our entire
But why is
building.
that? That seems to make, on paper, this business model makes so much sense, right?
It's so variable, right? I feel like it's like a hotel. It's like the hotel business where if you give your hot desking rates, if you don't have somebody the next day, if you don't rent it, you lose it. And also, but now I feel like the market is moving more towards managed offices, which is a more stable, lock-ins of 3 years, lock-ins of 4 years, 5 years, so that you know where your income is coming from.
So I would say that's why India and maybe like Indian flex players are doing well. And we actually do everything. We go from a day pass, to like a classic co-working, ready to move in type of space, which can go up to even 1,000 desks or a full building, to a managed office product which is fully bespoke, design, source design, build and operate for you. Like I will do the entire thing from showing you multiple buildings to designing the office to managing it to fitting it out, all for one, amortized sort of like check.
But should I do it if I'm a 20-year-old and I can rent 10,000 square feet?
I think that you need to have a ability to source the funnel also. Like none of it works if you're not able to actually
Fill it up.
Right? And that has many factors that come with it. And to her point, at least what we do is we do shorter term contracts as well as long-term contracts. So I like to describe our business basically as like office leasing at hyperspeed, which is everything's happening faster, renewals are coming up faster, growth is happening faster, deals are also happening faster, revenue is also kicking in faster. Like it's a completely in hyperspeed. So unless you have that muscle built, which has taken us, a while, and we also replicated a lot of what we got from WeWork, I think it's a very tough business, which is why I feel like most landlords also haven't successfully been able to do it all over the world, because it is a completely different expertise, and it is a big reason why we built it almost separately from Embassy. Was this ability to have to take space from other developers, to really build it from a DNA and culture perspective, also fully focused around the co-working side of the business.
So if I may add to that, so I feel like if you have 10 crores, you can do a co-working space. And if you had 100 crores, then you would build a full office building. And similarly, like for the restaurant, if you had 10 crores, very easy for you to do two to three restaurants.
Yeah.
But if you had like 100 crores, you could build a hotel. So I
But
feel
what
like,
would be my return? My ROI on...
I think in both in co-working, I think 20% returns is 20 to 25% is possible.
So if I put in 10 crores, I can make 2.
Yes.
And in office also similar.
Actually,
Office, they say 7-8% rental yield, right?
Yeah.
7-8% rental yield, but
So co-working, like the office part, is just the rental stack. And your top line and your profit will be, really on the rental stack. And you have obviously this huge cost of the CapEx part of it. We just take leases. Our cost of build out is X, but we have rental, OpEx, the CapEx amortization, and, like our slight margin on it. So on the square footage, the realization can be almost like 3 times what it is of just the plain vanilla rental, right? Because you're stacking everything under one.
In office, while you get the annual yield of whatever 8% or 9%, between 7 to 9%, you actually make your money when you sell it also, or you put a capital value to it. So then you have a cap rate of say 8%, and then you'll make high teens, I would say. Before you could make even early 20s.
Right.
But I think with the way land prices going up now, it's like high teens.
Plus, there's leverage on it, right?
Yeah, you can get lease rent discounting, and then you have a lot of fungible money to play with.